Hi, folks. Welcome to the preparedhomestead.com. This is Travis. Thank you for stopping by to watch. I've been out in the woods all day cutting trees down, so I don't know everything that's going on today if you've tuned in to find out all the details, but I will tell you this. Apparently, Tucker Carlson has released some classified intel that he got. There was a classified meeting. Who was in it, don't know, but Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin was in that meeting, and they were talking about the desperate need to fund the war in Ukraine. And he said in that meeting that if they did not receive the funding that they needed, that and whoever was in it, he was saying this. He said, your children, your brothers, your uncles, your cousins here in America are going to go over there and fight. I was reading this. This was all on Twitter. And Tucker Carlson says this. Elon Musk chimed in on Twitter and said, "Is this for real?" And Tucker Carlson said, "Yes, it's confirmed." So something's going on. Because here's the deal. If things are really, really that bad as that most of us believe that they are for the Ukrainians in fighting Russia, I don't see how just sending a bunch of money and a bunch of weapons over there is going to fix everything. If it's down to the point that they're threatening to send U.S. troops over there, then, I mean, there's only so far money and ammunition and weapons is going to go if you don't have the manpower to do it, right? You don't have the boots on the ground. I think that, number one, we're probably going to fund it. Congress is probably going to pass something and fund it. It'll be at the last second kind of thing, most likely. But I think they're also conditioning people, getting people ready that this is going to expand. And this has been said now several times in the last few days. Lloyd Austin said it another time. Joe Biden said it. And then the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, of all three said virtually the same thing. This is the new narrative, that we're on the verge of sending U.S. troops over to fight Russia because Ukraine's going to lose and Russia is just going to stomp all over the rest of Eastern Europe. And NATO is going to be involved in Article 5 and all that kind of stuff. And I'm saying this not because I know everything and have all this information confirmed, but I think things are changing over there because one thing, you could always kind of test the narrative that, for the last month or so, well, more than a month, but a couple of months, it's been very focused on Israel and Gaza, right? And while there's still a lot being talked about, it doesn't seem to be the hot topic anymore, for whatever reason. But now the focus is being shifted back to Ukraine and Russia. Vladimir Putin went to the United Arab Emirates, went to Saudi Arabia, and then I think Iran. It was interesting when he went to Saudi Arabia, the king of Saudi Arabia, not one of the princes or anything, but the king met him on the tarmac when he got off his plane. And from everything I have seen and heard, that is extremely unusual for the king to meet him on the tarmac like that when someone gets off the plane. That's pretty special. Just visually watching Putin interact with him and with also Muhammad, whatever, MBS, whatever his name is, the guy that kind of runs it, the prince, the son. They look like good buddies, okay? They look like they were buddies. And I think that we're probably about ready to see some shifts when it comes to all of this. And I think that Biden and the United States is kind of conditioning everyone for it. So you probably should be getting ready for this. I said it, was it yesterday or the day before? If we end up going full on us involved in this over in Russia, with Russia, I don't see how we could do it without a draft. I do not see how it's possible that we could engage in any kind of conflict on that scale and not have a draft. We don't have the manpower. We're and especially considering that there could be other things that we get involved in, whether it's the Middle East, China, Taiwan, all this kind of stuff. So you better start just wrapping your skull around this. Some of you have younger children or children that would be close to that age or at that age. Some of you are at that age that you could be drafted. Typically in America, we've been very patriotic, and even though no one really wants to be conscripted to go off to fight into war, in America we've looked at it differently for the most part. We've been proud of our service. I didn't serve in the military, but I'm saying we as a country, we've been proud to go off and serve into the military. And I see that has changed a lot. And not just in the far left, but also on the right, because there's so many people on the right saying that we have no business doing this kind of stuff. These are not justified wars. You know, we're not going to be pawns to go off and fight their big banker wars that are only going to further their globalist agenda. And so I'm just letting you know that the likelihood of something like that happening, of current service members being shipped off to go fight Russia, and the possibility of young boys being drafted, it's getting there. Now, there's a lot of discussion back and forth about us going to fight Russia. And while we are superior when it comes to technology, when it comes to our equipment, I have a feeling it would not go good. I have a feeling it would be a bloodbath. Russia's military is now battle hardened, and ours is not. And I mean, I could go into other things, but Russia they are a formidable force, very much so. And maybe possibly the only military on this planet that would actually be a challenge for us, if not be able to defeat us. I'm not saying they could. I know that a lot of people just kind of minds exploded there, but this is not a good place that we could absolutely be involved. It's certainly within the realm of possibility. And we've been talking about this for a long time now, since Russia invaded Ukraine. You better be getting ready, folks. Anyways, I just thought I'd share that with you, that according to Tucker Carlson, it was spoken of in a classified closed-door meeting. Someone leaked it to him, that and they said they absolutely can confirm it. So whatever that means, looks like that we're either going to be spending a lot of money that we don't have, going into greater debt, or sending our troops over there, or doing both, is what I suspect. Because like I said, the money's only going to go so far. Need to be getting your houses in order, folks, because it'll change a lot of things. This is I believe that we're watching the beginnings of the war that will establish the new hierarchy on the planet. Who is the leader of the world? And it's been the United States for a century, or almost. And now it's about to change. And you need to be prepared for it, because it's going to change. It's going to change everything. All of you have lived in a United States that was the global reserve currency and the leader of the world that everyone just kind of looked to, everyone respected. That's going to change. The buying power, it's all going to change. and you need to get ready. All right. Well, you know how to get ready for it. I shouldn't have to tell you, but seriously, stock up, pray up, prep up, train up, build your community, and most importantly, build your relationship with God the Father and His Son Yeshua, because that's gonna get, well, it's gonna get more difficult because the times that we live in, these days of Noah that we live in. So, all right, folks. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.